Did you know the three-point line was not introduced to the NBA until 1979 and college in 1986 and then high school a year later in 87? Most of us have played and or watched basketball many times in our lives. So today I'm going to tell you how basketball was invented, how it has been changed throughout the years, and then a little bit about a famous player. First off, how basketball was invented. According to Springfield College, in the winter of 1891 and 1892, James Naismith, a gym teacher at Springfield College, needed to create a game to be played indoors that was not as physical as football and the other sports played throughout the summer. So he combined a few sports. Some were football, rugby, soccer, and lacrosse to be played indoors at a less physical standpoint. He asked the janitor to find two baskets about 18 inches wide that would be placed at two ends of a gym as the hoops. Instead, he found two peach baskets. So he took those, hung them about 10 feet above the gym floor on the balcony, and created 13 rules. Those 13 rules have actually pretty much stayed. They've been changed a little bit, but have stayed pretty much the same throughout basketball even nowadays. Basketball wasn't really considered a sport in colleges and high schools until 1905. But throughout the years, obviously, basketball has been changed. According to hooptactics.com, when they first started playing, anyone could play, as many people as you wanted. They found out once they had about 50 people on the court that didn't work out very well. So they narrowed it down to 5 people per team, for a total of 10 on the court at the time. At the beginning of this basketball, you were not allowed to leave. You had to stay in the game the whole time. There was no re-entries. In 1920, they started to allow one entry. In 1934, they changed the rule again, where you could enter 2 times throughout the game. In 1945, they finally put it as an unlimited re-entry. At the beginning, you were allowed to have 2 fouls, and if the other team had not scored by then, you were disqualified until that team had scored. If your team, as a team, you had 3 fouls before the other team had fouled once, that team was awarded 1 point. It was in 1945 when they finally put the 5 foul max, which means a player on the team can only get 5 fouls before he is completely disqualified for that game. In 1922, the traveling violation was actually considered a violation then rather than a foul. Before that, if you traveled, it was considered a foul. And then, just like every sport, there's always those who exceed over everyone else. And one of those people was Michael Jordan. According to ESPN.com, Michael Jordan was 6 foot 6 inches tall and weighed roughly 215 pounds. He went to North Carolina for college and was drafted in the first round to the Chicago Bulls. He played 15 years and is now a widely known player throughout the world for basketball. He averaged 30.1 points, 2.3 steals, 5.5 assists throughout his career. He had a total of 32,292 points throughout his career as well. And according to theriches.com, he is now worth a $1 billion net worth. He made $93 million while playing as a pro player and is still making money off of endorsements, and he is the owner of the Charlotte Bobcats. So now you know how basketball was invented, how it has changed, and a famous player. So next time you're playing basketball, you'll understand how much the sport has changed since 1891. Thank you.